Namaste,
Namaste all.
namaste everyone.
Namaste.
I am Dr. Mala Tripathi.
I Dr. Subodh, Associate Professor at School of Yoga and Naturopathy from Shulini University. So here at Shulini University, it's our great honor that this time we have 6th International Day of Yoga. And on this occasion, Shulini University is organizing 2 days International Virtual Symposium. So it's our last session regarding this, in this last session of the day and last session of the symposium. So we are very, very great that you all have with us. In this session, let me introduce the panelists of this session. In this session, we have 9 guests from 9 different countries. So I would like to welcome and introduce all our panelists first. So in this series, first of all, we have Mr. Ankit Tiwari from Turkey. Very soon he will join us. Then we have Tanya Gupta from Guatemala, Central America. She is already joined. Miss Angelika Manzrekar from Jamaica. Thank you, Angela ma'am. Mr. Sharad Munde from Venezuela. Ms. Kavita Solanki also will join us from South Africa, Durban. Ms. Sushma Yenge from Iceland. We have Dr. Nikhila Hiramat from Namibia. Welcome, Nikhila ji. Mr. Sanjay Chaudhary from Indonesia. So welcome to our, in the last, very special guest we have Ms. Sapna ji from Dubai. So I'm welcoming, we both are welcoming to our guest and all participants also. So before we start our session, so I would like to explain something about our university and our department. We are from Shulini University, and Shulini is very, very beautiful and serene university. We are situated at Himalayan region, and state-wise we are at Himachal Pradesh. Shulini University बहुत ही अच्छी है, बहुत अच्छा environment है यहाँ पर. At Shulini, we have School of Yoga and Naturopathy. You can also say Department of Yoga and Naturopathy. We have very, very senior, and in School of Yoga and Naturopathy, we have very senior professor, Dr. G.D. Sharma, Dr. Ganesh Datt Sarma sir. Previously, he was head of department at HPU, Himachal Pradesh University. Then he was worked as registrar at Patanjali Yoga University. So then we have Dr. Vinod Kumar. He is MBBS and MD doctor. He is working as associate professor with us. And in third number, I am myself, Dr. Subodh Saurabh Singh. I am also associate professor. We have Dr. Mala Tripathi, assistant professor. Dr. Supriya Srivastava, assistant professor. Dr. Anita Chauhan, assistant professor. Ms. Anupma Chandel, Ms. Deepshikha Thakur, Mr. Sumit Malik ji. So we are 9 people and we have a good team at Shulini University. And in the field of academics, we are offering 4 academic courses also, like BSc Yoga, MA Yoga, MSc Yoga, and PhD Yoga program. So we have 4 academic program. So बहुत से लोग ऐसे भी सुन रहे हैं, those are youngsters and they want to make their career in the field of yoga. So they can join us and they can join any program. So ये हमारा छोटा सा परिचय है हमारी शुलिनी यूनिवर्सिटी और योगा डिपार्टमेंट का. Now we should I would like to start our technical session. तो मुझे पता है आप में से बहुत सारे पैनलिस्ट ऐसे हैं जिनके यहाँ भी सुबह के 4 बज रहे हैं, 5 बज रहे हैं, किसी के यहाँ शायद रात का 10 बज रहा है और आप अपनी एम्बेसी में बैठ करके हमको हमारा प्रोग्राम ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं. जैसे आई कैन सी द स्क्रीन ऑफ संजय जी. संजय जी ये प्रोग्राम इंडोनेशिया से ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं. संजय जी क्या टाइम हुआ है अभी इंडोनेशिया में?
7:30 बजे शुरू हुआ है, अभी 10 मिनट और चल गए अब हमारे प्रोग्राम. सो इट्स 19:40 नाउ. 7:40 हो रहे हैं.
शाम के 7:40 हैं.
जी.
अच्छा. और वी हैव तान्या गुप्ता जी फ्रॉम ग्वाटेमाला. इट्स सेंट्रल अमेरिका. तान्या जी अभी क्या टाइम हो रहा होगा आपके यहाँ?
5:40 AM सर.
अर्ली मॉर्निंग 5:40 AM. तो तान्या जी के यहाँ कर्फ्यू लगा हुआ है और तान्या जी फिर भी.
यस सर, इट्स कर्फ्यू हियर. आप बाहर नहीं जा सकते 7 बजे तक सुबह.
थैंक यू तान्या जी, आपने सेशन ज्वाइन किया और अर्ली मॉर्निंग आप सेंट्रल अमेरिका से बैठ के सेशन लिया. निखिला, डॉक्टर निखिला, Are you getting the voice? आप क्या time हो रहा है
Yes.
अभी?
Hello everyone. नामीबिया इंडिया से 3.5 घंटे पीछे है, तो यहाँ पे सिर्फ दोपहर के 1:40 बज रहा है.
चलो आपके यहाँ टाइम ठीक है फिर.
Very lucky, very lucky.
अच्छा.
Miss Manjrekar, you are from Jamaica. आपके यहाँ कैसा चल रहा है अभी? क्या time हो रहा है?
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry that I'm not in Jamaica, but I'm in Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Yes,
So-
and right now it is 7:30 here.
Morning or evening?
Morning.
So you are
Morning.
you are talking from your embassy.
Actually, I came to my office to see that, but unfortunately the office is closed and the person who was going to get the keys is not here as well.
Thank
No
you.
He has some because of traffic he could not make it. So I'm sitting outside, so that's why the internet problems. I'm sitting on the steps here, and
Actually, it's official issues. We have official time from 9 to 5:30. So few people are joining this session from apart from office time. So that's why they have to join this session from apart from their embassy. So thank you, Miss Manjrekar. आपने इतना पेन लिया और आप अपने ऑफिस के बाहर बैठ के हमारा सेशन ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं.
it's okay. It's nice.
शरद जी आपके यहाँ क्या टाइम हो रहा है?
मेरे यहाँ पे मॉर्निंग 7:45 बजे हैं.
अच्छा 7:45 है.
And right now I'm speaking from home because I have newborn baby at my home.
हाँ.
And I'm alone with
Congratulations
my
first of
family.
all. Congratulations.
Thank you. So I had to take care both of them.
Next up.
So Sharad ji is very, very great personality. He played also a very major role to organize this session. Miss Sapna, दुबई में कैसा चल रहा है?
You are all
दुबई में लॉकडाउन अभी धीरे धीरे खुल रहा है and it's opening. It is 3:40. It's afternoon, 3:40 p.m. abhi, and it's weekend here because Friday and Saturday is weekend here, so Sunday is working. So
Very, very good. Sapna ji, few people are very shocked that in Dubai, people are very shocked. Is Dubai has some job opportunities in the field of yoga? That's great. So please explain something about job opportunities in Dubai.
yes, of course, people in Dubai, they love yoga. I mean, because in Dubai you have people coming from diverse background, diverse nationalities, and Indians are in majority here. So, but yoga is being loved by every nationality, very popular. And to my surprise, I have seen people in West who are here from Europe and other parts of the world. They have so much of inclination for yoga, so much of love for yoga. They want to, experience that internal peace. They love meditation. So they don't just want to do the asanas. They have very high inclination towards learning and going depth in yoga. So in Dubai, you have a lot of opportunities. If you're really good in yoga, you can do really good in Dubai.
दिल्ली के ग्रुप में. तो थैंक यू सपना जी. यू ज्वाइन में आपसे फिर अभी कुछ बात करूंगा. मिस मंजरेकर.
Yes, sir.
मिस मंजरेकर, आपके यहाँ आपकी कंट्री में फर्स्ट एक्सप्लेन अबाउट समथिंग अबाउट योर कंट्री और वहाँ योगा की जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज के बारे में भी कुछ बताएं.
Okay. Guyana is a place where you have different races here. So we have this, actually the race which is, we have the Africans, we have Indo-Guyanese, and we also have the Europeans, and we also have from US, and plus obviously the diplomats who are already here. So the job actually right now, Guyana was considered, it wasn't that developed. But since there is recently discovery of oil reservoirs here, so the country has all of a sudden become very rich, I can say. So, and people love yoga here. In fact, all those, because they love Indians, they love Indian culture because their foreparents have been coming from India. So even though they have this Western culture, they are mixed with the Western culture, but their background is India. So they love anything that comes from India. They will just accept it. They just love. So there is a lot of opportunities here in future. And we don't have here well qualified yoga teachers right now. So only qualified teacher is just me. So I have lot of yoga students coming here, even those who come here from US, because US is very close by here. People come here as tourists to see the country because this country is very beautiful. So they love yoga so much that my classes are usually filled with all different people, and especially they love the Indian teachers, Indian yoga teachers, inclination towards Indian teaching, because you see that the West, now everyone has realized that the Western teaching, no one wants to, because you see they are teaching more of stretching, more of asanas, and something which is not, I can't say that it can be, it is exactly what yoga we actually are learned, and we have learned and we are sharing. So you see people are more, they trust Indians more. So there is a lot of opportunity for our Indian students to come out and spread the word of yoga throughout the world. So I encourage more and more Indian students to come up and take this up as profession and come out of the country. Obviously, we have in our country lot of Indian, lot of best of yoga teachers. But the right knowledge of yoga will be spread by these right teachers should come out and spread it out.
Good, that's good. Ms. Manjrekar, as you said, there is so many job opportunities and people love with Indian yoga teacher, and especially they have so many love affection with Indians. तो मुझे प्राइवेट मैसेज आ रहे हैं कि सर मैम का मेल आईडी और नंबर, कांटेक्ट नंबर क्या होगा, ठीक है? सो अभी इधर बहुत सारा जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी चाहिए लोगों को. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And actually, and if you go to see, sir, in US and Canada, there are a lot of opportunities. Only you must have the right background, right qualifications, and you should be good at it. You can make it.
So, how many yoga sessions you are taking regularly over there?
In a day, I have around 5 to 6 sessions. I also have outreach programs. We go out in the other outreach areas which are far from the embassy, and I take classes there too on weekends, on Sundays or Saturdays. And there are 3-4 other countries connected to my country. So from Guyana, we also, my embassy also deals with Antigua, St. Mary's, Kitts, and we also have Anguilla. So all these countries also I go there sometimes. Right now I'm doing virtually, but there was a planning for me to go and take sessions over there sometimes, like yoga workshops to these small islands which are around this country. So
say something about your country, Angela.
Miss
Manjrekar जी,
कुछ और बताएं वहां पर
अपनी कंट्री के बारे में कुछ बताइए जहाँ पे आप
लोगों को किस चीज
actually यहाँ people, obviously yoga has become so popular that it is that from a small child to an old person, everyone wants to practice yoga. So there is opportunity, and right now we don't have anything over here, like no proper yoga studios, or I mean to say no proper yoga teachers. So if anyone wants to pursue their career in yoga right here in this country, there is an opportunity, but you must see that you have a good background.
Thank you. That's great.
Yeah.
आपको दोबारा हम लोग ज्वाइन करेंगे.
Thank you, Manjrekar ji. Now
we have Dr. Nikhila. Dr. Nikhila is from Jamaica. So Dr. Nikhila, first explain something about yes, Jamaica and India, exactly. So first explain something about yourself and your embassy and your country, something about us.
Yes. Hello everyone. I'm a Ayurveda postgraduate. I have my specialization after BMS as a Swasthavrita and Yoga. Swasthavrata is something which is related to like a healthy person, what all he should do to maintain his health. So we have all the, you might have heard about Dinacharya, Rutucharya, all these things, right? You learn about Ayurveda, how to take care of a healthy person. That all comes under my purview of Swasthavrata. And we also learn, like we have during our post-graduation, like BMS is 5.5 years. And then 3 years of post-graduation, we learn Swasthavrata and yoga and naturopathy as well. So based on that qualification, I was selected as a teacher of Indian culture by ICCR, that is Indian Council for Cultural Relations. It is an autonomous body of Ministry of External Affairs. So yes, I'm not from Ayush as of now. I'm from ICCR, even though I'm a part of Ayush. But yes, so this is about me, and I came to Namibia, and it is a very small embassy wherein we have India-based. We have around 8 to 9 staff. That is all. And yes, we do have some local staff as well. Namibia is a very beautiful country, and it has been like it was an apartheid country wherein Germans and Dutch and Portuguese had the rule. And yes, now after a lot of struggles, 30 years back, like they did after the African countries got their independence, still Namibia was under the control of South Africa. And nearly this is the 30th independence anniversary for Namibia. They got separated, and they have their own existence now. And it is a very it has economical extremes in a way. You can say there are very rich people and then there are very poor people. And yes, you find very beautiful diamonds and uranium mines, copper mines and all here. And it is a very special country wherein the desert meets the sea. So you can have a very beautiful experience of all the adventure sports and everything for desert as well as sea. The people here are very adventurous. They love exercising, they love camping and all these and this country is very rich in wildlife as well. But yes, yoga had not been that popular, but there are different other sports which are very popular here. But as of when I reached here 1.5 years back, there were very few yoga teachers, and like you can count them on your one hand who are certified, and usually they go to South Africa to get their certification or to America. But yes, there is a lot of demand for Indian teachers, because people here are very strict, like mostly like German origin, so you can understand the mentality. They want everything which is authentic. They are very strict about timings. They want a proper approach. The people are actually very sweet. If you are following all the rules and regulations, they will encourage you, they will support you. So yes, yoga has gained its popularity a lot. We had 4 hours of classes going on before this COVID era, morning 2 hours and evening 2 hours. And we had a very small room which filled approximately 23 people. And it used to be full. Like people used to wait outside for the next session. They used to request, can you take us extra class or something like this. This was in the embassy, and I also had a request from the Ministry of Health to conduct classes there. We had a program, we designed a wellness program for them, and we were about to implement when this COVID situation came. And we also had outreach classes, but not on a regular basis, to other universities. There are a couple of universities only here. The population is very small and very scattered actually, 2.5 million, that's all. So, but yes, the people are showing a lot of interest in yoga. The interest in yoga is growing like anything. But that's what they need, authentic yoga teachers who can give a proper explanation. And yes, there are other things as well. Maybe later we will discuss about what you need to have to come out and become an international yoga teacher. So yes, if you have that, you are most welcome here, and I suppose people will love to have Indian yoga teachers.
Also have most welcome at Shulini University.
Shulini University.
Once you back, so please come Shulini. So Dr. Nikhila, as you are very young and you are doctorate also, and
Yes.
working in the field of yoga at very best place, and you
Yes.
achieve so many things in the field of yoga and by the support of yoga. So थोड़ा सा उसके बारे में बताएं कि कैसे कैसे आप यहाँ तक पहुँचे.
I have been interested in yoga since before, like even before my graduation and all, and Ayurveda, during my undergraduation course as well, we have a subject on yoga. But yes, for BMS, yoga is not very diverse. It is very consolidated. And but for post-graduation, we have all the classical texts of yoga. We learn Yoga Sutras and Hatha Yoga, different texts and all these things. We are like required to pass the Viva voice and practical exams also separately. But yes, after like my graduation, I was interested more in these fields wherein lifestyle care or such things, because nowadays if you see the trend, it is changing like anything. Previously we had the trend wherein the disease control was required, but the face of the diseases have been changing so much recently, like from infective diseases to lifestyle diseases, and back to infective come lifestyle diseases, multiple causes and all. So this is very important to have an holistic approach towards the health maintenance. So that was why I was interested in this post-graduation. And then I have completed some courses in Yes Vyasa University as well, from Bangalore, and some training from Machari Yoga Mandira of Chennai. So like that, my interest started growing, and I also have research organization, especially Appium Institute of Ayurvedic Research and Science, wherein we organize government researches. We take up the government researches, and we try to facilitate people. Like, even if you're interested in some kind of research, you can definitely approach us, and we will see how you can. But yes, authentic and proper researches which are like proper for all the standards, government standards. They should meet the purpose in a proper way. And as we started doing the researches and all, even I'm pursuing my PhD. I submitted my thesis, and then I had to come here, so I could not go through the Viva voice from Tirak Maharashtra University, Pune. Dr. Abhijit Joshi, he's one of my mentors as well. Then the same thing, I got interested. I took my like PhD research in mental health, and I was really amazed to see how yoga and proper approach of Ayurveda can help people overcome lot of things, like any type of health issues. If you take not as a mainstream modality, but yes, it helps a lot. It brings a different personality in the patients, and even healthy, like normal people as well, because we are continuously affected by our external environment. It might be physical environment or the mental stress and everything, and yoga and Ayurveda help people a lot. And the same approach I have been using even here. Even though it is they are general classes, I also have therapy classes, and I have seen people come out of their like medications. They have slowly stopped, or they have minimized the medications, and it is really very much encouraging. And that is why I perceive these Indian systems, such beautiful, great Indian systems, which have stood behind mankind as a backbone since many years. Even though the world is changing, these systems will never change. These are eternal, right? So, and that is how the interest grew about yoga. Especially Ayurveda is not yet introduced here, even though I'm giving lectures and all, but people are understanding yoga because we do practice here and they see the differences, and they are experiencing. We even started iTech programs wherein like of course the government ICCR gives these scholarships, iTech scholarships. People didn't actually use them for yoga training, yoga teachers training. But then I started popularizing, and many people have come forward, and they are taking up these scholarships, and they have applied, and a few yoga teachers have come out also from after training from Indian universities, and we are trying to fit them in a proper way. And even like when they finish their training and come here, there are institutes who are very happy to support them and give them opportunity for their classes, to advertise them. And it was a very nice move. We have made an association, like a group of properly certified yoga teachers in Namibia, and they are trying to develop from their part, as well as they are trying to support a proper authentic development of yoga science. People get very excited by Indian teachers because the terms we pronounce, like the names, Sanskrit terminologies, they are very excited to learn those, even though they can't pronounce it properly. But because I always go through, like I say the Sanskrit term and then the English terminology for it. They are very excited to listen to the Sanskrit language and discuss with me a lot about Ashtanga yoga, Hatha yoga, all these Vinyasa yoga and all. And I find the interest is rising. And if you can have a proper training and come here, yes, definitely you can open a branch of your university as well here, I suppose.
Nikhila, first of all, wish you all the best for your submitted thesis. And
thank you very much.
Shulnians are known for research. Shulni University is known for research. So 100% we will stay in touch.
Sure.
Dr. Nikhila, how are you celebrating 6th IDY this year?
There is something
Here, the lockdown. Yeah, the lockdown is still on, but yes, they have allowed us a gathering of 50 people. So we will be celebrating in a very small manner, but we are going online, and mostly the NBC, the local news channel, is covering the event. And of course, we'll be going online through our Facebook page and social media media, and the NBC also will cover the event. And yes, we are trying to have that essence of Ghar Ghar Se Yoga in a proper way. So yes, online especially, but we do have a lot of contests going on to generate interest, like before till 21st. And on the day of the like during the event also, we are asking some quiz, and we will be distributing some prizes, so people are excited about that. And yes, it is mostly online.
Doctor, this series we have Mr. Sanjay Kumar from Indonesia. So Sanjay ji, welcome Sanjay ji in our this session. First of all, thank you. You joined our session and accept our request. So thank you Sanjay ji. Sanjay ji is from Indonesia. So पहले संजय जी अपनी कंट्री के बारे में कुछ बताएं, और वहाँ योग का क्या
इम्पोर्टेंस है, क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं, करियर क्या है वहाँ पे योग का, उसके बारे में कुछ बताएं।
जी, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल प्रणाम टू डॉक्टर सुबोध जी, माला मैम, and all of my TIC friends. I'm here in Bali, Indonesia. It is an island, and it is a Hindu bahulya. You can say the influenced Hindu. Basically, Indonesia is a Muslim country, but Bali is Hindu based. Bali is very much influenced by India and Hinduism in India. Bali and yoga, if we talk about yoga, it is complementary for each other. Yoga is very popular, and as previous speakers also said, they love Indian teachers. They love yoga and Indian yoga teachers. basically people come here to escape from their hustle and get some peace from its nature. It's very beautiful country, and Western people come here for their peace, and Bali really provide that. And you may have aware about that. The population of Bali is very less, only 4 million people here, but tourists here more than that, more than their population. Tourists comes here every year. Yoga is one of the points. Because of yoga, people come here. They come here, they learn here, they relax here. Many yoga centers here who provides relaxation in Bali. One can say that Bali offers a complete package of tourism, like beautiful beaches, majestic mountains, and amazing culture. Besides exploring all of those things, one can also soothe by having yoga session in middle of Bali nature. If we connect from India, the founder of Art of Living, Sri Ravi Shankar Gurudev Ji, visits here in Bali every year. And he likes to visit here every year, as he mentioned in his last year visit. Of course, he is not visiting this year because of COVID-19. Professor H.R. Nagendra from Vyasa University visited last year here when he participated in 4th Asian Yoga Therapy Conference. So many things are here related to yoga. Here, yoga teaches in schools and colleges also. Many universities provides here higher degree in yoga like India. Many of them have Indian teachers, Indian professors. Some local gurus are also there, spiritual guru. Same like India, we have very much similar type of Hinduism and religion. So the local spiritual guru also promote yoga and religion here. The Hindus here in Bali, as I said, they are very much influenced from India. Many yoga studios, they provide yoga, but they look basically on economical side. But they also have yoga teacher from India. Many of the studio here, they have yoga teacher from India, and some local teachers are also there. So basically, these things between yoga, Bali, and India.
That's great. Sanjay ji, we can say, as you are working in Indonesia, so we can say you are on paid holiday.
Yeah, exactly, sir. Exactly. I'm on paid holiday. The nature here is very beautiful, and at the same time, you are working in the same type of nature. People come specially to enjoy this nature and yoga. I'm doing both of the things, and on top of that, I'm getting salary of that. So that's correct.
Again, I'm requesting those are not in panel, please keep yourself mute. Please mute. भाई गोपेंद्र साहू जी, मेरा विनम्र निवेदन है, प्लीज अपने आप को म्यूट रखें, प्लीज. So Sanjay ji,
yes sir.
What about yoga studios and yoga opportunities? Are there some studios also?
Yeah, there are many studios. They basically give relaxation, spa experience. But apart from that side, you can find the yoga like Sivananda Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Vinyasa Flow, and they design their studio very well designed for air circulation, mosquito free, so that one can follow the whole session comfortably. One can experience deep focus and relaxation in studio stunning design with several wide windows of practice for practitioner to get some fresh air. And whether one is beginner or experienced yoga enthusiast, he will experience holistic yoga experience for healing or renewal. Some yoga places here already been a destination for yoga enthusiasts since 1990. It provides a relaxing and peaceful ambience since it is nestled inside a beautiful rainforest of sacred Balinese river. Yoga retreats here are able to accommodate many people to join its yoga retreats, workshops, classes, and many things. They also offer rooms for rent if someone wants to further enjoy it after their yoga class. and surrounding area.
Yeah, how many classes you take in the daily routine?
Before COVID-19, many class here at our center, we have 3 to 4 class. Some day 4 class, some day 3 class. Apart from that, we used to go to outside. Like I said, many university here they provide yoga, so they also invite us. I used to go to teach
It's a great opportunity for you, university.
Yeah, you can say that. Great opportunity. I used to go to school and I love to teach students. Rather teaching to old age people, I love to teach students, and that is fantastic. This coronavirus make our life difficult. After that, we couldn't go because they are totally closed, and we couldn't connect them online on regular basis classes. But still we are taking online classes here for our student, not for the university student, but for our student, we still take online classes.
Sometimes you look on Facebook and you post some pics of your organized programs. So you are organizing so many programs in Indonesia. So what about that?
Many programs we have, sir. Even for this IDY, 6th IDY, we are having a lot of activities like yoga quiz.
How you are celebrating this time? IDY.
Yeah. One is yoga quiz, which is done by Embassy's website from Jakarta. Second one is yoga video blog competition by Ayush Ministry. That also we are involved in. And apart from all these things, we have 7 days log program. Every day we go live from CGI, means Consulate General of India, Bali, and Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center, Bali. All the social media page, live on all the social media page, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And every day with the different themes, like yoga for children, one day yoga for diabetes, yoga with diplomats, yoga for different. Tomorrow morning we have session yoga, pranayam, breathing techniques.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. You are doing very great, and that's all about very great efforts. Whatever you are doing, and I know you all have, even not only you all Indian cultural yoga teachers have very great and busy schedule. So that's very great. You joined us. We are very thankful to you. So in this series, welcome ji. So in this series we have Mr. Sharad Munde ji from Venezuela. So Sharad, I want to say something about Sharad Munde ji. He is very great personality and very enthusiastic person. So Sharad Munde ji, thank you. You joined us. So first explain something about yourself and your country. You are mute. Sharad ji, you are on mute. Thank you.
Pranam to all of you from the Latin America, the Venezuela. For all of your information, Subodh sir and Mala ma'am was both of them were my teacher in the MDNIY, and I had a great opportunity to join with them as a yoga instructor at the same time. So thank you for kind words. I have a very different story being in the yoga. I was suffered through the bipolar disorder during my pharmacy graduation. And since childhood, my height was very small, so I want to learn the yogic practices. But when I was in pharmacy, I want to learn in a scientific way. So in the Nagpur, I leaned toward the practices. Till MBA, I completed my teacher training programs over there. And just to share for my mother, because she was also suffering from schizophrenia. So that for love, and I started, and while first my job was in Haridwar as a business manager in Transport Corporation of India. So along with this, I started propagating yoga as just a free of cost to all of you, whosoever interested. Later on, I want to explore my potential, so I started to preparation of the UPSC exam. Then I came to Delhi, and there was a very subtle consciousness inside my mind that I want to learn more yogic practices. So I have MDNIY in my mind. And for the thing knows Super and Mala ma'am. So I completed my postgraduate diploma from Morarji Desai. After that, I had something. I continued my UPSC. How could we can give the solution to this corruption? How we can train some bureaucrats? But after 1 year, Central Council for Research in Yoga and Naturopathy (CCRYN) gave me opportunity to trace officer in Mussoorie, the center situated in Mussoorie Shastri National Administration. So then 350 officers, I was able to train them. For me, it was a great opportunity to learn and teach IS officers, and this was something a milestone in my life. In meanwhile, teaching to IS officers, I went to represent India in Cambodia for second International Day of Yoga for 7 days. Then I come back again. I joined, and further it was in mind to do some postgraduate studies and do special yoga research. But along with there were some family responsibilities. Yoga was on my mind. My family asked whether you are going for UPSC or you for going for yoga, and then I put yoga, switch on the yoga. But still, I feel that I will go back and I will try to make them. But a very good experience with the IS officer. There were many IS officers who want to more intuitive about the Indian culture. They want to learn the science about our different diversities. And I also met some IPS and other IS officers also, IFS officers. So it was, I will request all the students, please have understanding the science of our lifestyle, our Indian culture, and experience it. Try to experience it. Unless and until you are able to experience, try to, unless until you have a chintan, what you are doing, so you are not able to express. So along with this, I had a great opportunity to start program for the truck drivers, bus drivers, along with the KRK Foundation, Driver Dunia, Yoga Sanjeevani from Mumbai. And we propagated this venture in 5 states. So it was very new initiative in New Delhi with the IDTR. This is the institute to, what you can say, give a licensing in the New Delhi area. So we have started a program over there for the truck drivers, half an hour program, how they can sit on the chair while driving or when they stop at the signal, and how they can do a small yogic practices. The basic motive, after meeting with a lot of drivers, even we trained them on the dhaba, sitting on the cart. So is to how to remove the addiction, how to get connected with them, their family. So this was a prompt part of this small training. And apart from this, I have very fond affection for the Punjab. When I was in Mussoorie training IS officers, so there was a thing that how we can remove this drug addiction problem in the Punjab. I made a survey of around 7. Try to make something that you want to give back to the society. There are a lot of opportunities, not in India, but throughout the world. So in this point, later on I came to ICCR. I was twice represented in ICCR earlier as a yoga teacher, but now as a teacher of Indian culture. And by default, I'm here in Venezuela. I'm very much happy because the weather is very beautiful. The country has very good resources, mineral resources. It is like India, desert, the mountains, the sea. And most of you know that Venezuela is famous for the beauty pageants, Miss World, Miss Universe or Miss World. But I want to imbibe one point in the ladies over here, how inner beauty can play a role in your life rather than only external beauty. And so in my many sessions, I was giving the yoga tips through the yoga or Ayurveda for external as well as internal beauty. And this also has made a lot of change. I also try to point out the marma therapy over here because many people were not able to access medical services and kind of thing. So this was another part that I included. And many things are there in our day-to-day life we can explore to young aspirants, not to consider as a only source of your profession, but what from your bottom of heart you can give to the society. Your objective should be pure. In the words of Gautam Buddha, Samyak Drashti, if you have Samyak Drashti, then will be the Samyak Karmanta. So this is from my experience of what I am sharing. And a lot of things. I mean, even what my personal benefit I got from the yoga is I able to recover my mental disorder. Yesterday, just 2 days ago, I gave the seminar on this one, how to go from the mental disorders to orders. So I'm trying to explore this mental health even in India, because many people have this kind of a stigma on their mind that mental health is not recoverable. I will assure you, I'm example in front of you, and I'm not boasting me, but through the teacher's guidance, family blessings, I was able to recover, and I'm on the same path now. There are many such people throughout the world which are like this way. Well, yeah.
Saraji, what is the current situation of COVID-19 problem in your country?
We have around 3,000 plus cases. We are going to complete a 4th month on the 12th of July as a lockdown. This is our current situation over here.
Your truthness and pureness always looks in your words. So that's very great. And I know you have said it's your second tenure. First you joined ICCR for short term for 7 days, and it's your second term. Now it's this time you are on full tenure. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
ICCR से दूसरी बार पहली बार सर जी कौन सी कंट्री में थे?
मैं कंबोडिया में था, जो ईस्ट एशिया.
First time he was in Cambodia for 7 days. This time he is in Venezuela. It's his full tenure. So great, Saraji. So
I would like to small thing. We have from Ayush Ministry, Ayush Information Cell in Venezuela, and I'm the only one teacher, Indian teacher over here. Very few Indian people are here. As you know, the political and economical situation you might heard in the news or newspapers. But despite of that, it was very stressful for us to go and do this. So we have around, before quarantine, around 25 different places. We have only 5% classes in embassy. We do not have a cultural center, but at more than 95% the sessions are outside. So this is what I can say, a love for Indian culture over here.
Great.
And the opportunities for all people.
Great, Saraji. Saraji, since how long you are living and teaching over there?
Almost I have completed my 26 months over here, 2 years and 2 months.
Very great. What are you doing this time in the celebration of IDY?
So we have only online or virtual celebration this time. So embassy.
Same here.
Same here.
Already last 5 days, we are continuing online session on different themes. We have yoga quiz competition. We are propagating Ayush Ministry's video blogging competition, and we are having good responses over here. And we have very important thing is the 4th International Congress organized by this Ayush Information Cell. And for your information, this is the kind of ashram they have maintained the tradition of India. The man came from French. He take France. He take a sannyas in India. He established ashram around 60 years ago. They have branches in 20. So this is a big program over here. We have conference around now this year. 12 countries people are participating in this conference. And apart from this, throughout the Venezuela, virtually all the yoga teachers are joining this program. We have created a lot of volunteers from ICCR. A lot of teachers are going to India to learn authentic practices over here. And there are a lot of initiatives from the Embassy of India.
Thank you, Saraji.
You are doing very great efforts to make success IDY this year. So very thanks to doing all these efforts. So we have Tanya Gupta, Tanya ji from Guatemala, Central America. So very warm welcome, Tanya ji.
Thank you, sir.
I know it's early morning over there. And
No, it's okay, sir. In another 1 hour, I have a session, so it's now no early morning. It's very much okay.
thank you, Tanya ji, to join our session today. Tanya ji is from Guatemala. So Tanya
Say
ji,
something Guatemala, Tanya ji.
So basically, Guatemala is more or less like India, as in not in population. If I talk about the culture, so it is also like as Miss Agnela said in her talk that there is a group of rich people and then there is a group of like poor people. Hardly there is something exists like middle class or that way. It's like either highly rich or like poor. So the good thing about this country is its culture. They have like Mayan culture, and there are people in rural areas here who are still following their culture, wearing their cultural dress. That the way we have saris, they have their own cultural dresses as well. So there are people who are still connected with their culture. They don't want to go into the modern culture. So this is a Spanish speaking country. The whole country speaks only Spanish. Like rarely you will find people speaking English. It's like all about Spanish. But if I talk about yoga, yes, there are people who are, actually they love doing yoga. Especially when, as everybody is saying, especially when someone from India comes and teaches yoga, that is something they really admire. Because of course there is a difference, what we learn studying in India, like regarding yoga, and what other people go out and learn. So there is a vast difference, what we have learned and what they have learned. So they want, and whenever they come here and they see, even like in my classes, they said that we have attended the classes of other yoga teachers as well, other studios as well. But there is something, which you teach different, because that has the original essence. That has, that yoga is not only about doing asanas and just doing acrobatics. No, it is like much more than that. And as you are like the more main thing we are talking on the yoga opportunities. So yes, there are the opportunities. I have seen still people, from India, they come to specific yoga centers to give the workshops or to give the class. I still not recently, because since March this COVID is happening, but then there was a teacher in November who came to teach yoga as a workshop in some studios. And then then the way we have the birthplace of yoga, Himalayas we have. So the same way here there is a place called Atitlan, where you will get people having like a place to do a retreat. So there they teach yoga courses, but which is accredited to US Alliance. So there is a vast scope if we bring the YCB thing here, or if we have some universities coming here. So there is a scope, that you can still register and people and can have Indian teachers and yoga courses. So there is a big scope of that, because people are really willing to. One thing is that, and other the personally, like if someone wants to come and teach like personally, and like to coming from India and teaching here personally. So yes, these studios, they do invite people. The only thing is you have to get in connection with, but they do invite.
So this scope of yoga was since previous, or is currently it is going after COVID?
The scope of yoga was here actually not, I won't say the proper scope, but I will say that yes, the involvement, basically the keen of learning there was actually previously, because there are yoga teachers. You see, this country is like 15,000 kilometers by air only from India, so it's like pretty much far. But still, people want to go and learn. They do go to India and they do learn. But the only thing is, what they want to learn is the typical Indian yoga traditional yoga. And scope, like if you're asking about the scope, I would say that yes, there are scopes, but like privately. I won't say that the government is too much into these things right now, because this country is facing its economic issues as well, as Mr. Sharad Munde just said that the same thing. So this country also has its own economic issues as well. But yeah, if on a personal level and on a studio level, I would say yes, there is a scope.
You are talking about economy. So sometimes Google shows yoga becomes top 5 growing industry in America. So we don't know what is right or wrong. So is that right or wrong? But Google shows yoga become top 5 growing industry in India. So what about your concept?
It does, sir, but as we said, it can be according to the population. If Google shows you, it could be according to the population. The total population this country has is like 1.7 billion, right? So sorry, yeah, like I think 117 lakh something. So if Google is showing, it is according to
Or states.
the population might be, right? So I mean, it's okay, but I won't say that the government is too much into this in this country for now, because even the role of the government is also divided into many things. It's not like the vast democratic nation we are having. It's not like the same here. But yeah, the sports confederation here, which is having, they have some part of yoga. Some universities, not all the universities, some universities have. But if I am right now, we are talking about the scope. So scope is there. If we if you as a university wants and to approach that we can do this, we can do that, we can send teachers. So that way there is a scope. But it's all like privately. For now, there is nothing, handled by government.
Good. So Tanya ji, Guatemala is very beautiful place. So what about you? Would you like to come back or will settle there?
Yeah. No, I would no, sir. I would anytime want to come back to India. I want to. But yeah, Guatemala is a beautiful place. Indeed, it is a beautiful place in terms of nature, in terms of greenery, there is a lot. And of course, this country has 28 volcanoes and you can trek the volcanoes. The good thing that there is a trekking of doing, there is a trekking that you can trek the volcanoes. So yeah, this is something good here. The nature is good, but if you ask me that I want to come to India, yes, I want to come to India anytime.
Thank you, Tanya ji. Great lecture, great session. So thank you, Sapna.
Hello, sir. So yes, sir. Sorry.
What are you doing this year to celebrate our IDY?
So as everybody said, everything is online this time. And then the benefit of going online is you can get access to so many people, so your class is not limited to only Dubai. So that is the very, so I'm going to open it for all. And it's not just going to be like people working professional or people from home. There are people who will be joining. So I have collaborated with one of the orphanage also in India. So that is Cheers Foundation. So you might have seen, because we are connected, that I offer a free session to the kids there. There are 45 kids, and the response is amazing. So that open session, which I'll be organizing for on this International Yoga Day, will be open for all, so that people from different background can come together and practice together, laugh together. So it's gonna be union yoga in real sense, inside, outside, both. So that's the plan. I'm taking ideas from my students also. To make, to promote it widely. The good thing is, as said, it's online, so people from different geographies, from different time zones are going to be together. So that is the whole plan. Yeah, and then yes.
Dubai is very, very rich and safe place. So what about Dubai? How are you taking your classes in real world, or you are also taking virtually?
Virtually. Since March, we had the lockdown in Dubai. And currently also, though the lockdown has been lifted, but people are scared to come out and practice together because of the restrictions government has put. It is, of course, for everyone's benefit. So that is why we are also promoting people to stay at home and practice, so that they shouldn't be conscious on their mind when they are practicing. They should be free. So they feel happy in practicing from home. And it's running very well in Dubai. The online yoga sessions are working very well. More than studios, because people are secure. People want to be secure in their mind while they're practicing. Of course, they don't, even if I think even studio classes are going well, but they are preferring online currently. And yes, you said Dubai is a very secure place. It is. It is. You will feel, you will see everyone following rules here. Everyone will follow rules. And then probably because the rules are very stringent, there are very high penalties if you don't follow rule. So,
Thank you, thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, Sapna ji. And Sharad ji, first you share whatever you want to say. After that, we should take some technical session because we have so many questions, so many private questions also. Few participants want to know about your degrees and the steps, how to join you ICCR. So we have so many technical questions. Sanjay ji, someone want to know about the eligibility criteria of ICCR teacher. Please explain, Sanjay ji.
Yeah. ICCR basically said about yoga that time QCI level 2. They were looking for QCI level 2. Any bachelor degree plus in yoga, you should have QCI level 2 that time. Now QCI also changed, become YCB, like a yoga certification board now. That time they looked for at least QCI level 2 and 5 years experience, I think. 5-year experience of teaching of yoga. That was the criteria 2 years back when we connected to ICCR.
Good, good. Means you are from, you want to say QCI is basic eligibility. So please explain something about QCI. What is QCI?
QCI, that time QCI were taking, giving a certification actually. QCI is Quality Council of India. After IDY was introduced, they came in the picture, QCI, and they were giving certification to the yoga professionals. There were some level 1, level 2. Now they introduced level 3 also. Now the body is changed from QCI to YCB, but now they introduced level 2, level 3 as well. So that time only QCI level 2 was introduced, and the ICCR was asking for that qualification. If one have a bachelor degree, 5-year experience of yoga teaching plus QCI level 2, then they consider that candidate.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. Sanjay ji. My next question is from Miss Manjrekar. Miss Manjrekar, few people want to know how you selected in ICCR. Is there any, you have to face some interview, some panel interview, or you have to demonstrate some asanas? So what was happened during your selection time? Miss Manjrekar. She is not with us. So we can take same question from Dr. Nikhila.
Hello. Yes, for us, the interview was a little bit different. They already had a QCI level 2 certification mandatory, so we had a practical exam during QCI level 2, which involved yogic postures and the cleansing practices, kriyas and everything. So for us, for our batch, they did not take the practical exam, but there was a long queue of interviewers, and they were asking questions for us in terms of like the requirements of mainly for us. They had asked for Sanskrit knowledge, of course, along with the yoga degree, and the languages as many as possible. They wanted a foreign language if they preferred the foreign language, and teaching methodologies and textual references and all. They were asking a lot about the Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Like it was like a Viva voice as you face in any yoga exam. Plus some extra things they requested. they had asked us to demonstrate some other things, not the practical yogic demonstration, but yes, and then especially the language command and our willingness to propagate the Indian culture in Western conditions was mainly evaluated.
Dr. Nikhila.
Someone asked the question, what is the salary or pay scale after the yoga course job there?
We know it's very, very personal question. We should not ask like this, but if someone want to know, so that's why we are asking. Please, Dr. Nikhila, you just explained something common. So
in general, the salary is nearly equal, but yes, according to the country and the expenditure, the salary changes a bit. But yes, you can say that we have around in US dollars, you can consider like 2,500 US dollars to 3,000 something US dollars. In between this range per month, we get the salary, and the basic is the Indian salary. Which is subjected, which is actually to be taxed, but we don't get taxed because it is very minimal. It doesn't come in the cutoff, but the foreign allowance is not taxed. So yes, you make good amount of money, you get good monetary benefit. But yes, that should be a secondary issue. When you are going out, you should remember that you are representing India, and you have to have that intention of spreading this sacred science abroad rather than money. So especially when you are a TIC, you have a lot of responsibility, how you behave in the community, how you represent yourself, and all these things matter a lot. And we are kind of assigned, and we are not actually the staff of Ministry of External Affairs, like a permanent staff. So we do have to have lot of such things in our mind when we apply for this job. So yes, the money should be secondary.
Yes, sir. Sarath ji, आप कुछ कह रहे हैं?
Actually, yes, sir. Yes, Sarath ji, please continue, Sarath ji.
The thing.
Actually, Sarath ji, आपका नेटवर्क बहुत ज़्यादा वीक है.
I repeat. Are you able to listen?
Yes, yes. Now we are getting.
So I'll say, Dr. Nikhila, if you keep the mindset, money mindset in your mind, you are not able to view your teachings properly.
Yes.
And you are in a very big platform with a lot of responsibilities on this level.
Yes.
So you will get all of the things. You get very good furnished house. You are going to meet many people. You are going to get a lot of things, especially when you come through the ICR. Are you able to voice?
Yes.
Okay. So there are a lot of things. There are a lot of expenses happen. Like my we have expenses, but satisfaction representing for your country is the biggest thing that you will get. If you go as an individual is a different thing, but here you are getting an official platform to represent your country, your culture. So don't worry about the money. You are selected, everything thing is taken care by the government of India.
Actually, it's a huge amount. That's why these people are not want to disclose that. And it's a huge amount. That's why they don't want to disclose that. So you can understand something.
Yeah.
So,
And when
I guess Miss Nikhila already said. I think Miss Nikhila she explained that it's like near about 2,500 to 3,000 US dollars. So apart from this, I mean, if you're coming from government, if it's from ICCL, they give you a furnished house, as Mr. Sharad was explaining, but there was a network issue. So they give you a furnished house that is taken care by them. You don't have to pay a rent. And that salary includes the foreign allowance and the basic salary. So this total amount includes basic salary and foreign allowance, which Ms. Nikhila just clearly mentioned that it's 2,500 to 3,000 US dollars. So if I say that in INR terms, it's near about 1.8 to 2 lakh. Like, just to be very clear, it's like from 1.8 to 2 lakh INR. So, I mean, it's a good amount. And apart from that, you have sorry?
No, nothing.
Nothing,
Please continue.
nothing,
Please
Tanya.
continue, Tanya. Excellent to speak. Tanya ji, you are speaking very excellently and excellent words you have. So please continue.
Yeah. So the only thing is that if what ICCR expects from you is they are paying you. If ICCR is paying you, they expect you to, give the return in back. So we are here being like TICs, which is Teacher of Indian Culture. So it's not, if you are here as a teacher, like, sir, there are two things. If you are here as an individual, you can teach only yoga, and which is okay because you are here as an individual. But if you're here as a teacher of Indian culture, it's not only restricted to yoga. You have to do everything. Either it's teaching dance, either it's teaching music, either it's teaching yoga, either it's doing some paperwork, file work. So if people want to go through ICCI, if the students, I'm sure they must be willing to, go and get an interview in ICCR. So I would recommend that they should have a good hold on one extracurricular activity as well. And secondly, like, they should know like computers, because this is something which the people require here. So if it's private, it's okay. But if it's government or ICCR thing, you should not be restricted only to yoga. Yoga, it is something which you have to do, and they know कि ये आपको आता ही है. This is not like they know that you are professional in this, but they do expect कि आपको इसके अलावा भी कुछ आना चाहिए. Because it's from my personal experience, either it's 15th August, Republic Day, Yoga Day, Gandhi Jayanti, XYZ events. Every month we have events. They do ask you to teach dance because उन्हें लगता है this is something you should know. They do ask you to do some decorations, some extracurricular. So because they pay you, so they वो believe करते हैं that a good amount which we are paying, so उससे वो outcome भी उतना ही ले. So this is the thing all about ICCR. Yeah, if it's personal, it's different.
Last question, Tanya ji from Subodh sir.
Yes.
Great words, Tanya ji. First of all, you have very, very great words. And last question, please. It's not question, it's request. Please say something to motivate our students to join field of yoga, and to motivate normal students who are just doing 10+2 or undergrads in any field. So they should join the field of yoga. So please speak something about like this.
Okay, sir. So like if I say from my part, for me it was a choice to join yoga and to go into that field. It was not by chance, it was by choice. I chose to do it. So and ऐसा नहीं है, लोगों को लगता है like we don't have job opportunities in this, we will not get the job later. क्योंकि at the end we understand that everybody is saying that money matter बाद में होना चाहिए, but I won't say कि ये सही है, क्योंकि if you are, अगर आपके पास कोई यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ना आ रहा है, तो अगर कोई इस पे पैसा लगा रहा है, तो they will expect कि हमें रिटर्न में भी we should get job, right? So this is very natural, and that's a human behavior. That's very natural. We don't have to divide it in something else. So अगर मैं ये बात कहूँ कि job opportunities नहीं है, it's just that you need to be, आपको अपनी field में इतना अच्छा होना पड़ेगा that सामने वाले के पास option ही ना हो आपको ना रखने का. So you have to learn, चाहे वो asanas हो, चाहे वो pranayam हो. The main thing is that you have to learn कि सामने वाले का psychology कैसा चलता है और आप अपने आप को कैसे represent कर सकते हो. So I would urge everyone, every student here, that they should start working on their personal development, on their personality development. क्योंकि योगा आप सिखा रहे हैं and you are the best teachers. I'm sure कि आप जो सिखाएंगे वो बहुत अच्छी तरह सीखेंगे और हमेशा याद रखेंगे. But they should not think कि आगे हमें job नहीं मिलने वाला है या कुछ. No, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. पहले when I was doing yoga, my dad said the same thing. Trust me, my dad was not in the favor, for me to go into this thing. But for now, he is really happy. And like he said, okay, because now आज से 6 साल पहले जो था, before International Yoga Day, जो योगा का basically चल रहा था, history and everything present, there is a lot of difference right now. Yoga has changed into something else. Either it's financially, इधर इट्स सोशली जो हम लोग देखते हैं, क्योंकि आज के टाइम पे अगर आपके पास अगर आप अच्छे हैं अपनी फील्ड में, यू नो एवरीथिंग अबाउट योगा, इफ यू आर गुड इन कम्युनिकेटिंग जो आपने सीखा है, तो आप ऑनलाइन भी कमा सकते हैं, आप ऑफलाइन भी कमा सकते हैं. You can earn sitting at your home. So it's all about in you. It's all about in you. So I would ask everyone, you know, to go into yoga, to do masters, to do the diplomas, to do short-term courses, learn as much as you can, and there are job opportunities. Like that's from my personal experience.
Great words, Tanya ji. You have very clear concept. So I'm
I would like to add, continuing the previous this, I would like to add, if you are looking for a proper professional approach towards yoga, there are a couple of things which you should and must incorporate in yourself. First thing is authenticity. Everybody wants to have a proper authentic information. And second thing is language mastery. I know many of us, like I'm a South Indian, and it was considered when I joined, they thought that yes, inko Hindi nahi aata hai. But yes, I proved everybody wrong. Yes, of course, in Ayurveda we do have texts, so we learn Hindi as well. But मैंने हिंदी यहाँ पे हिंदी classes भी मैंने start की. So you have to be as versatile as possible. Extra language grip रहना है, English grip रहना है, Sanskrit if you know that is best, और computer skills. थोड़े बहुत पर्सनालिटी आपकी ऐसी बनानी है. और वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग विच मोस्ट ऑफ अस इग्नोर आर एटिक्वेट्स एंड मैनरिज्म्स. आप जब इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं और एक गवर्नमेंट एजेंसी में हो, यू आर कंसिडर्ड एज अ डिप्लोमेट, और even if you are not representing India in a government setup, if you go out internationally, you are still representing India, and you have to learn the mannerisms and etiquettes, how to behave. और हर एक कंट्री के अलग अलग अप्रोचेस रहते हैं, दैट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड so that you don't hurt their cultural beliefs. And especially जब मैं यहाँ पे आई, Namibia is a Christian country, and we were told, I was told not to chant Omkara, but then I requested, let me at least try, and if there are complaints, then maybe I'll change my approach. And I tried to tell them the meaning, and I told them that yes, you don't participate, I'll chant for myself. If you want, you feel it is right, then you can join me, or else you can leave. And you will not believe, now people are chanting shlokas and all. So that positive mindset, a good personality, language grip, authenticity, computer knowledge, or thoda bahut what you say, like religion neutral material, thoda bahut aapko, and yes, if you know some poster making and all, like for example, I am the only person who is managing. We don't have a culture center here, so many a times utna, aur population छोटे रहने की वजह से budget भी नहीं आता है. Then it is up to you how you take initiation and how you make the events happen, to show everybody how you can incorporate different things. So you have to learn some like handling these social media apps. If you know how to make posters and all, that is very good. So please do learn, and these are not something which you need to pay money and learn. You can just go to a friend and request how to do these things. You can, if just simple basic working knowledge is more than enough. So please gear yourself as a personality for a yoga professional in a better way. So yes, I'm sorry for taking extra time.
No, thank you, Nikhil.
It's great.
So
Dr.
okay,
Nikhil.
Ms. Sapna wants to say something.
In the last, I can conclude in a minute. In the last, I can understand there are two types of industries. So I can say one is O and another one is OC. It's my conclusion. O is the field of opportunities, where we have so many opportunities to join the field. And OC is overcrowded, जहाँ पर पहले से बहुत भीड़ है, बहुत सारे लोग फील्ड में लाइन में वेटिंग में लगे हुए हैं, वहाँ तो फेल्योर का चांस बहुत ज्यादा है. तो अब ये हमारा अपना विवेक है कि मैं O लेता हूँ या OC लेता हूँ. So O is opportunated, OC is overcrowded. Yes, Tanya, want to say something?
Yeah, so just one thing. I mean, I would like to tell these students that they can, like, internet is something which can take you anywhere. So, अगर आपको privately भी कहीं जाना है, you can just keep on looking for online for these centers. There are few websites which do register you. जैसे कनाडा हर साल 20,000 लोगों को बाहर से बुलाता है, वैसे ही लोग इंडिया से योगा टीचर्स भी बुलाते हैं. So it's like ऐसा नहीं है, नहीं बुलाते. The only thing what they consider is, जैसे अभी भी I'm sure that इंडिया में अभी भी open state level and national level yoga competitions होते हैं. Because when I was in college तब भी होते थे और अब भी open state होते हैं. So students को जब भी time मिले, they can register for that. They can play into that, क्योंकि वो एक एक्स्ट्रा अचीवमेंट हो जाता है जो बाहर के लोगों को पसंद आता है. दैट ओके, यू हैव प्लेड, यू नो, नेशनल, यू हैव प्लेड स्टेट, यू हैव प्लेड इंटरनेशनल फेस्ट, लाइक दैट. सो दे शुड रजिस्टर, क्योंकि इट्स नॉट दैट एक्सपेंसिव. अभी भी हमारे यहाँ पे जो कॉम्पिटिशन दे हैव अ मिनिमल फी. So they should register on that. And रही बात ICCR की, they should all of them should start following, you know, in ICCR का web page and website, क्योंकि they do all the posts on their website and in the newspapers. तो जिनका भी complete होने वाला है masters या जिनका अभी graduation complete होने वाला है in yoga, and they want to, so they just have to keep looking everything on newspapers, online, so that they don't miss the opportunity. जैसे आपने कहा ONOC, so either you create opportunity or either you wait for also. So better they should start creating and keep looking on the things, and everything is good. They will go good.
Thank you, Tanya. You have very great, clear concept. I'm truly appreciating. So
now time is running out, or
Yeah.
our time is already running out. We have taken 1 minute extra, so it's our last session. Very nice discussion is going on, but we have to sum up this. First of all, I would like to say thanks, Dr. Nikhila, Dr. Sanjay, Mr. Sharadji, Miss Manzrekar, Miss Tanya Gupta ji, Miss Sapna ji. You joined our session and make it successful. And I request to Dr. Mala for vote of thanks.
I would like to thank all the guests and all the participants who make this symposium successful. We are very thankful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor P.K. Khosla sir. Thanks to Professor Atul Khosla sir, and special thanks to Dr. Nishtha Anand madam, and thanks to Colonel Gill sir, Nanda madam, Pradeep Majumdar sir, Professor Manju ma'am, और हमारी केसरी मैडम, डॉक्टर राकेश सर, and again special thanks to Dr. Kamal Khan ji, Mr. Hemant Hetram sir, और Sumit for the technical support. और last में, in the last, thanks to entire yoga faculty for their great support for the successful event.
So now we are going to sum up our 2 days international virtual symposium. It was our last session and very, very beautiful session, no doubt. So thank you. आप लोगों ने सभी ने participants ने join करके successful बनाया. आपके mail IDs हमारे just mute. आपके mail IDs हमारे पास हैं. हम Monday, Tuesday तक आपको एक mail देंगे how to download your virtual certificate. तो आप अपना सर्टिफिकेट डाउनलोड करने के बाद बेशक प्रिंट ले सकते हैं. ये 2 दिन का इंटरनेशनल वर्चुअल सिंपोजियम सक्सेसफुली कंप्लीट हुआ हमारा. उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप सभी का. शांति मंत्र के साथ सत्र का समापन करेंगे. पूर्ण शांति मंत्र डॉक्टर माला.
एक बार ओम चैंट करेंगे, फिर सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ शान्ति शांति शांति.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सबका इस वर्चुअल सिंपोजियम को सक्सेस बनाने के लिए, हमें ज्वाइन करने के लिए, पेशेंसफुली सुनने के लिए.
सबसे नहीं अमेरिका.
थैंक यू जी. थैंक यू.
थैंक यू.